Pantani, kwai ne yakaya washakio tani by Nahong Velau ne Asona. My average mile pace was at a 9:45, so just under 50 minutes for my first 5-mile run, complete 5-mile run. I believe the longest I went was like 4.6, 4.7 miles. This was last year. And so days 16 of consistently running at least a mile and a half every single day. It was perfect weather. It was warm. It was sunny. But my pace was okay. I felt pretty comfortable. Ran with one of my plated shoes today. And it was comfortable, but it was still challenging. I'm finding that my heart rate is still kind of adjusting to the heat. And for a short portion, when there was shade due to nearby buildings and trees, I actually had my shirt just around my neck, so the rest of my body could, cool down. Because I sweat profusely. I always sweat whenever I'm working out. My face gets so red. I have a filter on right now to cut down on that redness. But when I finish my runs, my 3, 4, 5-mile runs, I'm not out of breath. I'm not hyperventilating. My knees are getting stronger. I'm feeling less strain in them at the end. Slight, I guess, tightness, not necessarily strain, but near the end, within that last mile, I can feel my knee kind of signaling to me, like, take it easy. But I'm able to finish strong, I'm able to finish good, but I keep reminding myself, like slow and steady pace. You don't always necessarily have to sprint. And I think I want to get comfortable with distance first before I start actually focusing on getting my time down. So it's just, again, that habit of building cardio. Today's run was comfortable. Thank you to those who have been sharing my last posts. Please take a look at it and please share it. I think it is a message that is important for all of Indian country to hear, all of indigenous communities to hear. I think we've grown too comfortable within our history of relying on outside resources to help our communities. And some indigenous nations out there have taken it upon themselves to realize, hey, the only people that are going to help us is us, right? And so how do we invest in that? How do we build those changes amongst our own people? And it starts with attitude, how we approach these things, how we talk to our daughters, our nieces, how they hear us talk about them to them. Complacency in Native cultures is such a hard thing to pull away from. But if we want to see these changes, it has to come from us. We cannot keep crying for change and asking for change and say things need to change, You have to start these things within your own families, within your own habits. There's these talk within my generation and Gen Zers about, breaking generational curses, breaking generational traumas. And it starts with actively making those decisions to change your lifestyle, to change your approaches and how you discuss certain topics, what you educate your children on. My number one thing is emotional awareness. That is the root cause of so much trauma that exists within our community. Emotional awareness is such an important thing, and we all need to recognize how to address that. Because the coping mechanisms that our communities and families have adopted for years has only resulted in the loss of our own family members, our children, our aunts, our uncles, our parents, our children. So on my run today, I was just praying for, the communities, the families affected by these 2 young girls that are, again, no longer with their communities, that are no longer with their families. And in my tribal, traditional culture, we believe that if you leave while you are still of innocent age, there's nothing in this world that holds you back. You're still a pure soul. And so I was just, contemplating and thinking of these young girls, hoping that they go back to, where we're from. And that's what we believe, at least. Do not hold them back. Remember them, but don't don't hold them here. You need to let them go. They were still innocent enough to where there's nothing in this world that should be holding them back, and they can return to what is pure. So, if we want to see these changes, we have to make these changes. We can't just keep asking for them. We can't just keep crying about it. Emotional awareness. I think that is the first step that we need to take as communities, as tribal members, as the next generation. We need to start taking accountability for complacency within our communities and what we allow to continually occur. And if we really want to make a change, we need to put an end to it. Ang pas nila.